Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Bridge of Section 31, the Star Trek arm here, the Nerd Network. It's me, it's John. It's time for episode 7 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. What is Starfleet? John, how are you feeling about this?
I don't know. I've heard almost nothing about this episode, and this is one of the few episodes that did not go in knowing at least a little bit of what we're. I mean, I can guess what it is. It sounds like it may be some sort of promotional. Maybe it has something to do with Ortega's brother.
It is. It's the
Oh,
documentary
well.
episode
Oh,
that
okay.
we've gotten exactly this much of the documentary explained. So we're getting a lot of is it Berto?
Bento?
Bento. Beto.
Beto.
Beto Ortegas.
Sure. One of those things.
Little brother Ortegas, Minor Lucan, great, amazing performer. I'm going to be honest, John, I'm not feeling the vibe this season. Individually, these episodes are great.
Mm-hmm.
But even with the backburnered plot last season, there is at least some connective tissue. There doesn't seem to be a plan in place here, with like tiny exceptions like Ortegas' PTSD, which is, it happens in the first episode. It's touched on in Wedding Bell Blues. I don't know when else we see it. And Captain Batel, her Gorn shit. Other than that, super in depth.
So,
critique here, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know about tonight's episode, obviously, because we haven't watched it yet.
Right.
Last two episodes I've really enjoyed.
Oh, yeah.
And I think okay, part of me thinks that they are leaning in on the episodic nature of the show that they're trying to do, which is much more like what we had in TOS. And so it feels weird to not necessarily have a big bad throughout the whole season. And I think they did that some with the Gorn last year as kind of a gimme, as kind of we know everybody wants that, so we're gonna throw one in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very possible they may have something cooked up for the end of the season that we just don't know about yet. We may find that there are connective strands from each of the episodes, or at least the fair share of them, that come back, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, this all makes sense. So,
and that's acceptable. Obviously, we were told at the beginning the show was going to be the episodic return to like toss Star Trek storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. We all wanted that. And then we got a really good season that had coherent narratives all the way through that tied all the episodes together.
Mostly. I would say the Gorn thing started at the beginning of the season.
I'm talking about the very first season.
Oh, right.
The very first season, the through line was Pike dealing with his interpersonal relationships in reference to the fact that, hey, I'm going to be a vegetable here in 10 years. And then everything revolved around that. Then we get to the second season and we get some Gorn stuff in the beginning. We touch in with literally just a glance at the screen in the middle. And then there's a big problem at the end. It felt like, hey, remember, we got an overarching thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need that. I was a big opponent of 5 seasons of Star Trek Discovery with the Federation existence as we know it being threatened 5 times in a row. I don't want that. I don't need that on Star Trek. But I need not existential dread, but I need existential questions to be something that's asked of us as the audience. I need, there's a portion of Discovery's final season that I think tried to do that with the life itself question. But I think it very much quickly, as soon as we start putting the Breen in and destroy it, it became, oh God, existence as we know it's going to end. We have to win. I'm like,
sure. I get that.
There's a happy medium. I just think there's a happy medium. These are, like I said, these are all good episodes. I think the weakest to me was the prison, which a lot of people like, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean it's bad. I just think of the 6, it's the weakest.
Right.
I haven't heard anything about this one though, so
yeah, I haven't either, which is kind of funny because normally you hear at least a little bit more about it. But
Hmm. Usually come in and like, hey, I got some spoilers.
ha, fair.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
I hope everybody out there is ready too, because we are going to jump to warp, hit it, execute, make it so, engage, do all the shit, click the button, hit play. Let's go.
Do all this shit. I think that should be 7 of 9's go word.
Helm, do all that shit.
Hell, do all the shit.
All right, folks. So just as normal, our heads are over here on the left. Over here on the right's the timestamp and episode title. Hang along with us if you want to. Go ahead and sync up now. We're at the very beginning at 00. We're going to go on a 3, 2, 1, hit it.
Hmm. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
That seems familiar.
Spirit of transparency.
Hmm. Ooh, I like that cinematic there. Hey, the
Mm-hmm.
first time they've shown the engineering section this season.
Right.
Huh, look at that. I mean, visually, I love this so far.
I agree. The big red button.
Yeah. I kind of like that the font is the a common one from TOS there
Yeah.
for like the information about the.
Umberto.
Hmm.
Okay. Good Lord, could they not have put him in a tighter shirt? Oh, as we just zoom in on his pecs. What the hell, guys? Okay, Umberto's a little gay. Oh,
I like that she's got just a tool chest.
She has a motorcycle. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Hmm.
Really?
So it's a hit piece on Starfleet.
Huh. Damn.
Hmm. Hmm. My only issue with this is that whole floating, hovering drone camera.
Yeah.
Seems like it's getting so close that it's upsetting some of the people, and that's not how you do a documentary. You
Right.
don't normally want to. It's an interesting point of view.
Huh.
Huh. Yeah.
No.
Hmm. Whoa.
Mothra.
My goodness.
It it is. It's
I mean,
Mothra.
that's basically.
It's Space Mothra. I kind of figured we'd get Space Godzilla first.
Uh oh. Huh.
It even has the same cry like Mothra does.
Yeah, it does. Cross between that and a
Surge of
whale.
radiation.
Huh.
I want to see that whole mission.
We haven't even had the opening title sequence yet.
We have not.
Oh, you know what? They wouldn't because they're showing it as
Yeah, there is no opening title sequence. Um, they kind of sort of had one at the very beginning.
yeah. It had the hmm. Wow.
Huh. You'll also murder a diplomat in cold blood.
I mean, fair.
Mm-hmm. That's a yes. I've seen enough Senate hearings to know that answer.
Hmm. Oh no.
That name sounds familiar. Oh.
That was Patel's ship that was
Oh.
obliterated.
Oh. Yep.
Hmm. Hmm.
The hell? Uh, uh. What are you going to transport?
I was gonna say.
I will murder anyone who gets in my way. That's
Hmm.
wow.
Hmm. Hmm. It almost sounds like a whale.
It does.
Hmm. I don't know. I. It's a very different episode so far. I mean, obviously,
Mhm.
but I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. It's just different.
Yeah.
Hmm. Mm,
That seems like a problem.
I was gonna say. Hmm.
I like how all non-essential personnel just literally meant Beto get off the bridge.
Yeah. That's interesting that they would have cameras. I mean, it makes sense, but never thought of that before. That they'd have a camera going in the background.
Exactly.
Man.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Mm,
Oh, punch him in the face.
yeah, I was gonna say. I'm very much not liking him at this. The action of a colonizer.
Oh. Oh. Come on, man. Okay. I like your character right up till now.
Yeah, that's. Hmm.
Oh, he's got a little blue armor.
Yeah, I like that.
That's cool.
Oh, I like that. The shuttle using the reaction thrusters. You were seeing the little.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's totally Mothra. I'm just gonna reach out and grab her hair.
Hmm. Uh oh. Oh.
Ow.
Oh.
Well, everybody on the shuttle is in the original series, so we know they're not dead. Oh, hers is red too. Oh, and some blood.
Hmm.
What? Do you have a question about what?
About whether you'd seen somebody die.
Oh yeah. Sometimes they trust me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh.
Huh.
Damn.
Well then.
I fix people. My, na- my
Hmm.
name is Joseph Mbega. I'm the doctor.
Yeah.
My name is Joseph Mbenga. I'm the doctor.
I saw a thing
Blood.
with. I saw a talk being given by Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane,
Yeah.
talking about how when he was young, he loved Kirk and Spock and McCoy, but McCoy was his favorite until he grew up a little bit and realized that 300 years in the future, 90% of his medical ability was to be able to tell Kirk whether or not the patient had died or not.
Yeah.
He's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. It's like, that's pretty great.
Oh.
Hmm. Wow. I will say, at the very minimum, this has really been an episode that has allowed them to each show their acting skill, each of the
Exactly.
actors. I am
And
really impressed at.
to really reckon with the morals of this.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
I like those headpieces.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
That still does not excuse what he said earlier
Yeah.
or
No.
how he acted. Yep. She had a cell cath one of these.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
It's a pretty effect.
Mm-hmm. And visually, this episode has been just stunning.
That's the first time I've seen that makeup on her eyelids.
Hmm. Hmm. Aw. Hmm. Not a big surprise that she's in that poster in Lower Decks.
Oh yeah. And number one.
Oh wow.
When did Spock get married?
He didn't actually get married. He was betrothed.
Right. He's engaged, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what the hell is he whoring around for?
Ah, it's been way too long since we've gotten to
Hey,
see them
Patel.
all. Yep. Oh, and look at that. The little
We just
colored
look
chunks
over.
of food.
Everybody's having like strawberries and grapes, and Patel's eating a raw steak. Huh? Yeah, he's horny for her. Huh?
Hmm.
That's cool. It's
That's
the
kind of neat having the.
it's the music of the intro.
Yeah. So it
Give me
kind
a
of
sec.
reminds me. There
Is
was
it?
an.
It is. It's the whole. That's cool.
Okay, I like that. It reminds me kind of a parallel. There was an episode of Battlestar Galactica, the reimagined Battlestar Galactica, where Deanna, the she was one of the Cylons.
Yeah,
Um, it was when she was first on in the show, and all we knew was that she was a documentarian. She was a filmmaker, and she was doing kind of a similar look inside of the day to day. And it got toward the end, and she started doing a montage scene that was showing everybody kind of at their best. And um, after everybody thinking it was going to be a hit piece, it turned out um, it was going to be more of a of almost a um, almost more of a propaganda piece. And then as they're going through and doing the montage at the end, they played a a a reorchestration of the original Battlestar Galactica music
that's
from the
cool.
original TV show, and I really like that, and it kind of reminded me, kind of echoed that a little bit there. That was kind
Cool.
of neat.
All right, John, episode 7, Strange New World, season 3. What is Starfleet? What did you think?
Um, I liked it more than I thought I would. It was definitely very different. It was not a run of the mill show. This kind of goes right along with what they have said was that they were going to be um, genre bending all season. They were going to try new things, and they did. It was, again, we've seen something similar to this in Battlestar Galactica and other shows certainly, but it was an interesting take on it. I don't know. There are parts of me that said, yeah, the whole getting cameras too close to people and kind of being in the way is
Mm-hmm.
kind of atypical for something that's supposed to be a documentary. Normally, the whole idea is a documentarian should not even be noticed,
Exactly.
and so that kind of annoyed me. But there was enough of it where they were shooting um, without having, without having anything that was intrusive. They were using, you know,
Security footage and long
using
shots. And
very interestingly placed, and if you looked at all of them, they made sense. The
yeah.
shots of La'an had her, facing, looking out, and facing toward a panel. So it was very, very obvious that it could have been a camera coming from the panel, whereas Uhura had the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And even Pike, you saw, but only just barely, because it was as if the camera was down at the corner of his chair, and it was getting just that angle. So visually, I think it worked very well. Again, I'm not sure about the plot or the way they got from A to B. And it was kind of weird being completely locked out of half of the plot because it was redacted.
Yeah.
I'd kind of like to know what the hell was going on there. But, I didn't hate it. I liked it better than I thought I was going to. So,
Mm-hmm. I agree. I This episode almost lost me in that moment between Berto and Uhura.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
I
and
think
it's
they built him up too much over the last couple of episodes for that hard right turn there,
that was a
so to
hard
speak.
turn. Yeah, I don't know if it's a right turn, but
Yeah.
yes. I don't like this episode pretty much as any other episode. I think it still sits above the prison episode for me because the prison episode just irritated me. But yeah, I loved the unique and fresh perspectives. When you get a shot that's like this grainy from the console shot that says
Yes.
security officer's console and has a bunch of like military-esque identifiers around it, I think that's super cool. I think using cameras in the universe for those kind of things is really cool too. I have never liked the mockumentary looking at The Office, looking at Modern Family. Even that one episode of WandaVision, that was my least favorite episode.
See, I'm the opposite. I love shows like that.
However, this was not a mockumentary.
No.
This was a fictional episode done in the style of a mockumentary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. I don't think it served in the way they intended it to, because a lot of the interviews were broken and stuttery in a way that a documentary would edit all that and make it smoother.
Yeah.
Overall, I'd give the episode a solid, probably 3.5 out of 5. It's better than not.
I would say, yeah, that's about right. Mm-hmm.
I think not having the intro in the beginning threw me off.
Yeah, I kept waiting for it. I was
kept waiting for it too.
Wait, aren't we going to?
Especially after the creature murdered that Latani.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, here we go. Da-da-da-da. Oh, that's a Halo theme. Never mind. But yeah, final thoughts before we roll out of here, John?
No, visually, I think the effects people were well on board on this one. They were hitting it all thrusters. I think visually the cameras, the visual effects, the special effects, the consoles, all the stuff we don't normally get to see, they did a fantastic job with. I think the
Yes.
story was a little lacking, but no, I was happy with it, and I just realized what next week is.
I don't know what the title is for next week.
4.5 Vulcans.
Oh, right. It's the episode they showed us 15 minutes of.
I was gonna say we've seen a few minutes of.
Yeah, I will say that this is not my least favorite episode of Star Trek.
No,
Not.
this is no Spock's brain by any means.
This does not sit in that top ranks, but
By the way,
it's fine. It's fine. In a season where everything's been fine, this meets the par.
so by the way, Chapel made some comment. I believe it was last week.
Yeah.
No, it was a week before in the Through the Lens of Time, when they were in the prison / maze thing, about Spock's brain, and I didn't catch it. I caught it when it was going through, but I didn't process it, didn't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But for those in the know, the episode of the original series called Spock's Brain was a particularly stinker of an episode, and it's considered one of the worst of the franchise ever. And so the fact that she said Spock's brain, the way it just putting those two words together like that, that's so funny.
Mm-hmm. No, I totally understand. Totally understand.
Anyway,
All right, folks, that is our thoughts on episode 3.7 of Strange New Worlds. What is Starfleet? I expected something much more impactful and introspective, and we kind of got a cursory glance of a pissed off guy's opinion of Starfleet. I would love another documentary out there like this, for real. But that's all we have here. Thank you, John, for being here. I'm the Jake the Nerd. We are the Nerd Network. Like and subscribe to do all the things. We're trying to build our audience. The more nerds in the conversation, the better the conversation is. If you're a huge fan of all things nerdy, we do gaming on Monday nights. We have an upcoming tabletop show called Star Trek Ascension, where we'll be playing a Starfleet Intelligence Special Ops team. John here is going to be playing the. I literally thought you were going, nah, la, la, not listening. John here is playing the Exo Archon officer, a Ferengi named Faradek. And other voices you've heard on the channel, such as Jay Simmons, he'll be our captain. Jim, if you watch our Marvel stuff, will be our engineer. And our friend over at Salon Trek will be joining us as a tactical officer. So Stan the Man will be here. Tune in on that. That's going to be air on Tuesdays, and then we'll get back to season 2 of The Next Generation. Other than that, have an awesome night, y'all. Live long, stay nerdy. Hey, thanks for trying this video out here on the Nerd Network. Be sure to check out these shows over here on the right. Some are coming soon, some are happening right now. Our brands over here on the left, if you're a fan of one of the big major franchises. And check out the videos below. Be sure to hit that subscribe, ring that bell for our next pieces of content, and we will see you right back here for your next video. Stay nerdy, y'all.